Is Optimus Prime a psychopath? This video is very fitting with my last few videos because I've just been talking about horror movies for however long. So today we're going to talk about it and we're going to ask, is it justified? Please excuse my voice, it's very nasally. I'm on the back end of a cold or the flu or something, I don't really know what this is. And my hair's also wet because I just got out of the shower, so I'm a bit of a mess at the moment, but you're going to have to excuse that. I was watching The Boys 2 days ago. I watched the new episodes of The Boys and Transformers 2 was mentioned and it got me thinking. I don't really want to talk about Transformers anymore, I've talked about it enough. But now that I'm enjoying talking about horror movies, is Optimus Prime a slasher villain? I don't think so. I think he's perfectly justified in everything that he did in those movies, personally. That's just my personal opinion. But a common complaint about these movies, which I think is a weird complaint considering everything else that's wrong with him, is that Optimus Prime is merciless and he kills everything in sight in a very brutal way, almost to a point where it feels like he enjoys it. The most famous case of this, and that's at the end of Transformers 3, right? Sentinel Prime, Optimus's ex-mentor, his ex-daddy or whatever, he's laying down and he's asking, hey, Prime, look, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. You have to understand why I did what I did. Please don't kill me. Now, granted, this is right after Prime was doing the same thing and Sentinel was about to stab him in the back of the neck. But Optimus doesn't hesitate. He just picks up a shotgun and he's like, you did this to yourself. Just blasts his brains out all over the bridge. And a lot of people have a problem with this, and I'm not going to lie to you, I think it is funny. I think this is absolutely hilarious when you're watching this movie casually and you're not really thinking about it too much. You're kind of sitting there thinking, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Did that just happen? Why is this guy who's constantly preaching about freedom is the right of all sentient beings blasting the heads off of his ex-mentors? This happens after he's saved by Megatron as well. He gets saved by Megatron and then rips his spine out, which is... When I'm talking about it, it sounds really funny. It sounds hilarious because it is. When you describe everything that Prime does in these movies, he rips out Megatron's spine after being saved by him. He shows no mercy to his ex-mentor, and while he's begging for his life, shoots him in the face with a shotgun. He also rips Shockwave's eye out while screaming, "You die." The movie prior to that, he busts a hole through the fallen's chest like it's Indiana Jones or something, crushes his heart, and says, "Give me your face," as he then rips his face off. In that same movie, he also rips Grindor's face in half, while Grindor is screaming, "No, please." And when you start to put all these things together, it does start to sound like I'm justifying someone who is an absolute maniac and just enjoys what they're doing. And I promise that's not what I'm trying to do. That's not the message I'm trying to get across here. But what I am going to say, just to try and justify it, do you know who the villains of this movie are? Like, do you know who they are? These guys, the Decepticons, right? They have been trying to do heinous things to the planet for the last 3 movies. Because we don't talk about 4 and 5. We just don't talk about those. In the first one, they're trying to get this Allspark cube, right? And they're going to use that Allspark cube to rebuild Cybertron, and Megatron's going to take over the planet, which will probably mean mass destruction, probably people being enslaved. Really horrible stuff, right? The second movie, Megatron goes back to, after being brought back to life, goes back to his old master, and he's like, hey man, look, I failed. I didn't get that cube that we wanted. So what are we going to do now? And the Fallen's like, how about we just harvest the sun? So they're going to harvest the sun. They're going to destroy the sun. And I don't need to explain what happens if the Earth loses the sun, right? Like, if we don't have sunlight, we die, effectively. Horribly, and probably not pleasantly. And in the third movie, they try and enslave the planet, the entire population of the planet, to help rebuild their homeworld. I don't know about you, but these people don't sound like the kind of people that you should have sympathy for. It's not like they've got a really tragic reason for wanting to do this stuff. It's not like they've got a sympathetic backstory or anything like that. Jason Voorhees has a more sympathetic backstory than any of the Decepticons in these movies. They are just evil for the sake of being evil. Hell, they executed Wheeljack, right, in the third movie, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Soundwave that just started laughing about it. They just executed a prisoner of war on the spot. They just back of the head, and they started laughing about it. These are not, well, they're not even people. First of all, these robots are not redeemable. They have no empathy. They've got nothing. They don't seem to even have emotions. They just don't like it when they get ripped in half. That's it. And that's what Optimus is doing. I'd say that you can't take the Batman approach approach to these villains, right? Because they're massive alien robots that can turn into everyday objects, so they're difficult to find. It's like a cockroach infestation in your house, right? Like, you don't know where they've gone. You just let loose 100 cockroaches in your house. Well, good luck getting rid of them. Even with like a professional exterminator, right? Because they're going to be all over the place. You're never going to be able to find them. It's the same thing with this. They're going to be all over your planet. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they're doing. In the second movie, that's pretty obvious because they're all trying to hide. I'd say that the Autobots, and I know there's a lot of YouTube theory videos, oh, the Autobots are actually the villains, and they're reaching. They're reaching. They're very entertaining videos, but they're reaching. Because let's take these movies for what they are, right? They're summer popcorn blockbusters. But in reality, if these kind of aliens were on your planet and you had someone like Optimus Prime who was coming along and he was furious with them and he was ripping them in half and he was saying, give me your face and all this other stuff, but you probably wouldn't be sitting there thinking, maybe that guy's the bad guy. Because at the end of every movie, he's always preaching about freedom and whatnot. Like, he's very obviously, let's stop overanalyzing it for a minute here. He's very obviously trying to save the planet from whatever these guys are trying to do to it in whatever respective movie this might be. He's very clearly not the villain, okay? He's very obviously not the villain. I don't think he's a psychopath. Yes, he's not the exact same as he was back in the 80s, but that was an 80s children's cartoon, and this is a summer blockbuster, okay? These are the same movies that had these robots in it, all right? So let's not take it so serious. Let's roll it back a little bit. Does it seem like Optimus takes joy in killing these people? No, I don't think it does. I think that's a stretch as well. I don't think it seems like he takes joy in it. It seems like he's just got a lot of pent-up anger and frustration. It seems like, from what Prime says, they are the reason that their planet has fallen, and they are the reason that his home is destroyed, and that they can't go home. They can never go home. He's seen what they've done to his homeworld, and now he sees what they're trying to do to a different homeworld. So it's no surprise when he starts ripping them apart and he starts screaming at them. I'd call them more so war cries than shouts of joy, as if he's enjoying what he's doing. When he killed the Fallen, that was someone who had betrayed the Primes, right? I don't think he's taking joy in killing him. I think he's just dishing out justice and screaming at him while he's doing it because he's frustrated, he's angry, he has emotions. He's more in touch with his emotions than any of the Decepticons are, which humanizes him a little bit more, because we all get angry from time to time. I'm not saying we all go ripping people's faces off, but I'm saying that we get a bit emotional and we might get angry, and then afterwards we might realize, I didn't need to get that angry about that. But with how dirty Prime has been done by the Decepticons, I think it is 100% justified, and I don't think that he's a psycho, okay? I don't think he's a psycho. I love those YouTube videos that are talking about it, and they're saying, oh, actually, it's the other way around, and the Autobots are at fault for everything, and they're terrible people. No. I don't think that's the case at all. They're great videos, and I love those videos. I've seen a bunch of them, and they're really entertaining to watch, and it brings up stuff that you don't even think about. I think you probably think more into these movies when you make those videos than the writers thought about it making them. I mean, if you're talking about the 2009 one, then 100%, because we all know what happened with that movie. I like the Transformers movies. I think they're fun. I watch them maybe like once every year, something like that. They're fun movies. They're just popcorn movies. You chuck them on, you watch some robots beat each other up, and then you go to bed or you go about your day. I don't think they're particularly deep. They don't hold really deep messages. They are what they are, and they're a product of their time. And the first one especially still holds up, especially visually. The characters, I think the villains aren't very deep at all. We all know that. Heroes aren't super deep either. The main protagonists in Sam, Bumblebee, and Prime, they're not exactly very deep either. But when it comes to, is Optimus a psycho? Is he a murderous villain? No. He's justified. He's dishing out justice to these people who have absolutely ruined his life, his family's life, his friend's life. And if one of them is standing in front of you and he's saying, oh man, I just saved your life, bro. Who would you be without me? Like, let's have a truce. I'm gonna go back to my home world. You know, the one that I destroyed? The one that I made completely uninhabitable for your entire family and your friends? I'm gonna go back there and reconvene with all my buddies who also follow my cause. And you can stay here. Well, I'll let you live. This dude has been through millions of years of torment at the hands of this one guy, right? And I'm talking about Prime and Megatron here. Why would he let him live? Think about everything realistically, as realistic as you can get with these movies. Realistically, why would he let him? Okay? Would you not throw an axe at him? Would you not? Think about all the crimes I listed off at the start of the video, all of the stuff that he has done. The massive... Think about it for a minute. Think about all of the crimes on this guy's record, right? What would you do? Would you let him go? Would you make it a Batman and Joker scenario? No, I don't think you would. Optimus Prime is not Batman. I don't think he ever will be. I don't know. Different people, different strokes, different folks, different tastes. But that's the end of the video. I just wanted to talk about it. This was a shower thought turned into a video at the end of the day, really. So I hope you enjoyed me waffling about it. I hope you're having a good day, whether it's day, morning, evening, nighttime, whether you're eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, it doesn't matter. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not, I hope your day gets a little bit better. And I will see you all in the next one.